chat. You in a dungeon with your boy K the fucking X. All I ask you to do is bang, bang, feed me 50K. 50K subs, all you gotta do is feed me. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. We here, we vibing out, we popping out, we keeping it all the way authentic all day. Just feed me. You feel me? Feed me 50K. That's all I need. You in a dungeon with your boy K the fucking X. Look, you in the. Let's get it. I'm laughing at y'all. To the bank. Now feed me 50K, you feel me? Let's get into this shit. You already know what your boy K the fucking X. You in the dungeon. What else to do this shit? This part 2 to that thugger shit. Who it is, though? Who it is? Oh. Almost real, let's get into it. I can bring you part 1. We can react to that. You can have hella fun when you trying to shine. You might get into it again. Niggas playing, niggas bent down, you might as well spend it, man.
It's the melody in his voice. I would say it's the bravery. He's brave. Like, he's not. How about this? What pissed me off is he didn't even know who Run DMC was. Okay? I was so pissed off, but intrigued too. Like, wow.
50K. Let's get into it, chat.
Raps that old?
Me.
However, despite Thug moving on up the rank to having his very own deal with a major label, this didn't mean that he still didn't have love for Gucci Mane, the Atlanta legend who discovered him. Recorded in the summer of 2013, before Gucci would go to jail in 2014, was a collaborative project titled Young Thug and Mane LaFleur. The 13-track album released under 1017 didn't feature Young Thug and Gucci on every single track, but the general consensus seemed to suggest that Thug actually outperformed his mentor and label head, and that this tape actually positioned Thug as up there on the same level as the Atlanta legend who put him on. The album was reviewed well, with Pitchfork giving it a score of 6.9 out of 10. Pitchfork would find the contrasting styles between Gucci and Thug to be a positive thing for the album, citing Young Thug and Mane LaFleur as being the rare project where Gucci Mane is actually outshined by a rapper who is operating in another stratosphere. Thug was operating at the very top level of the Atlanta rap game by this point, and collaborating with more of the most infamous rappers to ever come out of the city. On April the 20th, 2014, Young Thug released Ooh, with T.I. later appearing on the remix. Young Thug's Ooh was listed as the best song of the week by XXL. On June the 16th, 2014, Thug dropped another collab album with Gucci Mane titled The Purple Album. Released under the 1017 label, this collaborative project sort of flew under the radar, but it was yet more proof that Young Thug was really operating at the top of the league in the Atlanta trap music scene after just a few years of being a rapper. And he continued making back-to-back hits as the months went on. On July the 1st, 2014, Old English featuring Young Thug, Freddie Gibbs, and ASAP Ferg would be released. A lesser-known feature of Thug's, but one of my favorite songs of his career. The track had an all-star cast and rapping over a booming beat that made for an absolute banger. The song would end up being certified gold as well, as Thug would begin to build up a respectable collection of certified plaques for his song sales from here on out. That hit was followed on June the 2nd, 2014 by the hit track About the Money by T.I. featuring Young Thug, a track which became a summer jam revolving around the themes of money, luxury, and the extravagant lifestyle that these rappers were living. T.I. would actually speak about the song in a Power 106 interview, explaining how the track came about, as well as how he met Young Thug.
Man, I knew bro from the streets. You know what I mean? Just his name was ringing, and we had mutual acquaintances. So when we were introduced, you know, it was kind of like, yo, this the next one. Like, I bet, bring him back. You know what I mean? And when he came back, About the Money was the first record we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about coming out the swinging.
Yeah.
Man, free slime, man. That is
definitely free Jeffrey.
Yeah, man.
The song would peak at number 42 on the Billboard 100 and stay on the charts for 20 weeks. This was another certified hit. The music video, which featured a cameo from Birdman, would even reach over 360 million views on YouTube, as well as ending up being certified gold. And while the features were booming for Thugger, he didn't lose sight of building up his solo catalog either, and he would soon offer up a sequel to his best mixtape. On July the 11th, 2014, 1017 Thug Part 2 was released, with 10 tracks and only 2 features on the project. Interestingly, however, Thugger himself didn't participate in putting this project together. It was apparently released as a compilation of songs that Gucci's engineer put together to basically get Thug one step closer to getting out of that 1017 contract. The mixtape released with some minor controversy, as the artwork was originally Young Thug's face photoshopped onto Wiz Khalifa's body, with Wiz Khalifa responding jokingly, saying that he was actually Young Thug this whole time. The cover art would later be changed, but embarrassment aside, Thug's latest mixtape was still well received achieved and got him a step closer to getting out of the deal with Gucci Mane. XXL would praise the mixtape and even refer to Young Thug as the ultimate realization of Andre 3000 and Lil Wayne's weirdo rap aesthetic. XXL would say that the mixtape dazzles, and even despite the music most likely being recorded at around the same time as 1017 Thug 1. On August 28, 2014, a third installment of 1017 Thug would be released too, which, like the previous installment, Thug had no involvement in putting together, but this tape would finally relieve Thug from his contractual obligations to Gucci Mane and 1017. But anyway, with Gucci Mane in jail at the time, and Thug finally out of the lowball deal that he'd signed early in his career, another gangster rap veteran would ultimately take him under his wing. Thug's relationship with Cash Money mogul Birdman would flourish during this period, and being the person who discovered and groomed Lil Wayne for stardom, his connection with Birdman was getting Thug closer to his rap idol. But another questionable post is made on Instagram of Young Thug with Lil Wayne, tagging Birdman with the caption, "You can tell that we're in love." Another rising artist who would get tangled up in the relationship between Thug and Birdman would be Rich Homie Quan. Young Thug would post himself and Quan on Instagram with the caption, "Me and my hubby." Setting aside the suspect caption, Thug was building a close relationship with Rich Homie Quan as well as Birdman. And on September the 16th, 2014, Thug would again post himself and Birdman on Instagram with the caption, "Me and my lover." On October the 5th, 2014, Thug would wish a happy birthday to Rich Homie Quan with the caption, "Happy B-Day to my love." On November the 20th, 2014, Thug would post a picture of himself and Quan with the caption, "Me and Bae." Thug's antics were perhaps a joke, but he was indeed getting closer to this group of Atlanta music moguls as he reached the very top of the industry. At the end of the year, Rolling Stone would declare Young Thug as the hottest voice in rap at the time. Thug was on top of the world, and off the back of his enigmatic personality, viral stunts, and quality music output, he had proven that he was here to stay. But despite all the success, behind the scenes, things were getting tricky in the industry, as it would later turn out that Young Thug's association with fellow Blood member turned rap business mogul Birdman would get complicated, and his relationship with Rich Homie Quan and an alleged desire to take control of his career would lead to tension in the city, as rival crews and gangsters would ultimately wind up going to war over dominance of the Atlanta street music scene, with this battle unfortunately leading to the demise of an infamous Atlanta Blood Gang member, with the consequences ultimately catching up to Young Thug nearly a decade later. After he'd spent years building his career and reaching the top of his industry, it would be this 2015 murder that would nearly cause him to lose everything.
It's getting deep, Jack. Let's get into it. All I ask you to do is feed me 50K subs. I need 50K. Feed me 50K subs. We in here. We ain't going nowhere. We in the dungeon. You rocking out with your boy K the fuck I X. Why? Let me time tight. Where we going now? So you in here? You better get you one of these. Because you got you one of these. But get up out of here. Let's do it.
If you're enjoying the video and want to support the channel more, head on over to traplord.com and grab some of this spectacular
music.
By all accounts, Nut was an instrumental player in getting YFN Lucci into the rap game, and Nut's untimely demise, allegedly caused by members of YSL, would lead to an intense and violent war between Thug and his YSL crew and YFN Lucci and his YFN crew and their affiliates like the ABG. However, there's much more puzzle pieces that would allegedly play key roles in Nut's murder, going far beyond the beef between YSL and YFN. So if you want to know more about that years-long back and forth between those two factions, you can go and watch my deep dive documentary I already did about that whole beef, because with regards to the YSL Rico case, it actually be another artist whose connections to both Thug and Nut would allegedly be crucial in Nut losing his life, and that person was Rich Homie Quan. Rich Homie Quan, real name DeQuantes Devontae Lamar, was born on October the 4th, 1989, and from a young age, he would show an interest in becoming a musician, even getting a tattoo of a microphone on his body at age 16, stamping the rap game on his skin and setting his intention on making his way in music by any means necessary.
I go to jail, I got a microphone telling me in high school.
That's not good. Any means necessary, so that means he gonna get on his knees. That ass not good, Jack. Any means necessary.
You know what I'm saying? But I went rapping out with Shadow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in jail, so dude was like, oh, you got that microphone, you don't rap, you don't know be rapping, everybody rapping it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, man. So a dude coming in there and Tomahawk, I remember like it was yesterday. It was in May. I had been locked up 4 months, buddy. So he rapping, you know, he got the whole dorm on lock. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, he ain't doing nothing, I can't do it. So he beat everything. He beat with his hands on the table, but it's shining, so I was like, man, that's when I really just got the herb at me. I finna get back on the music, man.
However, after embarking on his musical journey,
I was in that same situation he was just talking about, and that's how that shit be. And that shit sounds so, yeah. I gotta get back on my shit.
Quan would initially pursue a career in professional baseball as a way for him to get out of the streets, even receiving a college scholarship based on his talent in the sport. But due to baseball being a majority white sport, apparently Quan knew that it likely wasn't going to work out for him unless he had exceptional talent.
Did you graduate from high school with something like a 3.2 GPA?
Yeah, I graduated from high school with a 3.2 GPA. Yes, sir. Graduated. I had a scholarship to go to Fort Valley University to play baseball, but I didn't get a scholarship for academics. My scholarship was for baseball, but with my academics being that, I didn't have to pay for school at all. But
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but my mind was on rapping though. Like baseball, cool, but in the back of my mind, I really want to rap. Cause as I'm getting older, I'm noticing like my favorite players growing up, Sammy Sosa, Andrew Jones, but yeah, they black, but I'm hearing Andrew Jones talk.
No, you're not.
Like, what the hell, Andrew Jones? I thought you were black. So as I started getting old, I started realizing like the percentage of black men in the MLB is very small. So then I'm like,
very, very small. Because most people you see on that baseball field with a dark skin color, as soon as they start talking, they don't speak no goddamn English. I'm sorry to say it. It ain't even 1% in a baseball league. It's probably just 1 or 2 niggas in the baseball league.
I'm good, but
It's crazy.
I ain't that good.
He would eventually end up following the college path for a couple of weeks before dropping out due to having to commute a whopping 4 hours to school every day. Quan would then turn to a life of crime in order to make ends meet, and he and some friends would begin breaking into houses when Quan was about 19, stealing televisions and other electronics, while also seemingly dabbling with music, like making a song called Stay Down in 2008 with a rap group called the Stack Money Boys, which had all the essentials of the Atlanta sound at the time, being a highly upbeat party anthem in the style of Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter, and other Atlanta legends from that time period. However, Quan's brief stint in the life of crime came to an abrupt halt after a few months when his crew was caught and Quan was sent to prison, as he would later explain in a Vlad TV interview.
Go ahead, that chat. That's for you.
Man, I get over there, they kicking doors. I'm like, bro, what we doing? So, the first time, I didn't even break in the house. But we got caught. Make a long story short, we got caught. I go to jail, first offender, I get out the next day. But from that experience, I learned like, damn, I could do this. They dumb. They did it wrong. You know what I'm saying? So listen, 2 months after that, I get locked.
You hear what he said? I could do this. These niggas dumb. They just be writing. Bro, me and this nigga sharing some of the same thoughts, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. These niggas be dumb and they be writing. You niggas been on motherfucking, what's the fuck is this? You niggas been on YouTube for how long? And what shit count? I ain't been on there for a minute. My shit is growing. You feel me? It's growing. Thank you. I'm glad. But that's not what I'm on. I'm on this rap ish. They like, they doing it. But you right. If I step in there, this gonna sound good. It's coming straight off the top. All that shit. I give you 100 songs. You like, you ain't like, heard of this? No. Niggas is a real genius, man. I'm trying to tell you, like.
That's when I go to jail for the 15 months, you know what I'm saying? That's when I go to jail for the 15 months. So I had me a little 2-month run doing it my way. And my way, I still got locked up, you know what I'm saying? But I was smart, I would get money though. I was getting money.
Several months into his sentence, Quan began to rethink his life and turned his focus back to music. Influenced by a fellow inmate who dominated the dorm with his rapping skills, Quan then began to write songs daily and perform them for some commissary.
Nah, at first, when I first got in jail, I didn't even rap my first 6 months in there. Nobody even knew I rap. Like I got tattoos or the microphone. They asked me like, Queasy, cause they call me Queasy Rich in jail. They're like, Queasy, why you got this microphone? I make beats, I'm lying, I'm so shy. I'm shy. So I started rapping like 6 months in. So this how I gained my confidence. I started rapping 6 months in. It was this dude I was locked up with, his name was Tomahawk. I don't know, like Tomahawk. So he came in came out like a speeding ticket or something. When he came in, he was beating on the desk rapping, and he got the whole dorm going crazy. But me and the competitiveness in me, I'm like, that's hard, but I'm harder than that. I know this. I be in this upstairs whistling in my room harder than that. So boom, next morning he come out beating on the table. Nobody know I rap. I freestyle. They were like, Queasy Rich, we ain't even know you rap. So when I started saying that right there, when I saw that 6 months in, that's when I said, them burglars, I'm finna focus strictly on rap.
Following his release from prison in February 2011, Quan was determined to turn his newfound passion for music into a full career, and soon he would join an Atlanta rap crew called Loyalty Over Royalties and began putting out music again. Being part of the crew granted him access to studio sessions and an ability to print mixtapes at a good rate, which was through his friend CEO Teezy. But tragically, Teezy was killed later that year, which would end up discouraging Quan and delaying his plans with music.
I don't want to share a room with my brother, so now I take Dre, I'm gonna just stay in the garage. Like, we got a 2-side garage down. So I told my mama, to get me a mattress in the garage, give me a couple of fans. When they, you know what I mean? I'm gonna set the computer up right here. I still got my equipment. You know what I'm saying? I set my stuff up out there. I'm rapping out there, and I meet this dude named Teezy. I meet this dude named Teezy through my brother Dre's friend, Vontae. Cause Vontae, I always knew I could rap. He was like, bro, you so hard, bro. You too hard, bro. You not, bro, you don't got nothing else to do. You gotta go meet them. And he was like, he knew me, he was like, bro, I ain't going. He came over there and got me, he was like, bro, you going. He took me over there to meet him, I rap for him. Teezy fell in love with me, bro. So, like I'm telling you, I'm standing in the basement. From the first day I met Teezy, I ain't sleep in that basement for 3 months. I ain't, 3 months, 6 months. Forever long, I knew Teezy because Teezy ended up getting killed. You see what I'm saying? So when Teezy get killed, man, R.I.P. Teezy, and that messed me up. When Teezy get killed, I'm like, man, I don't even want to rap no more, man. The only person who believed in me, he gone now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the baby.
At this time, Quan was struggling financially, living in the basement of his mother's house, but still keeping himself occupied and recording every day on his mattress. And by April 2012, Quan would be gaining traction with the mixtape I Go In On Every Song, which would eventually end up gaining the attention of Gervin Fly Henry, the head of Think It's a Game Records, who would hear Quan's mixtape in his Fly Kicks shoe store, leading Fly to then end up signing Quan for $19,000, which Quan would receive in $400 installments every week. Quan would then start dropping mixtapes under the label, starting with the tape Still Going In, released in September 2012. This tape would include the single Differences, which now has over 20 million views on YouTube. According to Quan, at this point he was already getting thousands for his shows, but things would really change for him after he would drop Still Going In Reloaded in February 2013, which would include the song Some Type of Way or Simply Type of Way. This would be Quan's first mega hit, peaking at number 50 on the Billboard Hot 100, Rich Gang themed double cups. But on the streets of Atlanta, things were getting hectic. And the very same day that the Rich Gang tape was released, Rich Homie Quan's father, Corey Lamar, would be at a barbershop where he worked, when a group of men would enter the shop with an apparent mission of robbing the place. Things would quickly escalate into a shootout, during which Quan's father would get shot, ending up in the hospital in critical conditions, but fortunately surviving the incident. Think It's a Game label founder Fly would send a statement to XXL the day after the shooting, saying that as far as he knew, the shooting was not gang-related, but other sources were providing a different narrative, with one local reporter indicating that the shooting may have been related to a feud between Quan and another rapper. And although the article itself would hardly expand on this theory, the writer may have been referring to lyrics from Quan that some had taken as a diss towards Future, as local TV news would also seemingly indicate this same story, even using a clip from an interview where Quan had addressed this beef.
News Since 4, we're hearing from a man who says he chased the gunman who shot a popular Atlanta rapper's father. Channel 2's Tom Jones now live in Northwest Atlanta, where police say, Tom, that the gunman got away in a black Honda Accord.
Justin, that's right. That's also the description of the car that witness told me. He chased down this road after he heard gunshots coming from Lamar's barbershop. The victim survived the shooting, a shooting many in this community think is connected to the victim's son, Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan.
Rich Homie Quan is here.
Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan, whose real name is DeQuantis Lamar, is one of the hottest artists around.
I'm a smooth operator.
He's also known for his close relationship with his father, Corey Lamar.
Where your pops at, man?
Yeah, the crib, man, here in Atlanta, man. Cool, man.
Some here at Lamar's barbershop are wondering if an alleged feud between Quan and other rappers led to Corey Lamar being shot 4 times inside his barbershop. Atlanta police say the gunman came in the shop and opened fire.
So I heard about 3 gunshots, and so I saw the guy come out.
Van White says he heard the gunshots, saw the gunman, and chased him, but he got away.
He got in a black car, and that's all I know from there.
One barber told me he went to the back, and another barber said he left the shop. They say that's when the gunman came in. Workers here told me someone shot up the shop about a month ago. I talked to several people who believe the shooting is a result of Quan feuding or disrespecting other rappers and songs. Police wouldn't comment on that and say their investigation continues. But in at least one interview, Rich Homie Quan repeatedly said he isn't feuding with one rapper in question.
I never dissed him. I never disrespected him as a man.
However, during the YSL trial, in a shock turn of events, it would actually turn out to be none other than close affiliate of Young Thug, YSL Woody, who would admit to doing this shooting along with other culprits, saying that he had done it due to his friend called Threat, real name Trevante Turner, having problems with Rich Homie Quan.
What happened in Nut got nothing to do with YSL. This excuse me language. This got everything to do with Threat. You know what I mean? I was trying to protect Threat from the get-go. You know what I mean? Threat, and they had some more stuff going on, like.
Was Threat at the gambling house when it got shot up by Kel?
Young, you say nothing that can be used against me? That's right. Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan there at the barbershop on Bankhead. I don't know what happened with Threat and Rich Homie Quan, but I'ma ride with my brother.
Alright.
And they was beefing.
What'd he say?
And
what'd he say? You don't know what happened, but he gonna ride with his brother. And that's all fucking day long. He gonna ride with his brother. And I'm gonna ride with my brother all day long.
And yeah, we pulled up and did that.
Okay. And as a result of, why did you and Threat shoot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy's barbershop?
Because I'm gonna ride with Threat.
Right.
Okay. Did Threat tell you why he was shooting?
I don't ask no questions. I just say let go.
Threat would end up being killed in June 2024, taking his version of the events that day to the grave with him. But regardless of what was going on in the streets, on the music side, everything continued as if nothing was happening. And in October, Rich Gang would drop another hit, the song Tell 'Em, together with a music video showing Quan, Thug, and Birdman living the lavish tour life, accompanied by fancy cars, tons of liquor, and scantily clad women, with the music video now standing at over 55 million views. Also in October, Nut was riding on a high of his own, announcing the birth of his daughter Kaylin on Instagram, and his relationship with Birdman and the whole Rich crew at least seemed better than ever, with a new vlog from the group dropping in November, where we would see that already mentioned clip of Thug introducing Nut to the camera as one of the biggest bloods in America.
I got one of the biggest bloods in America with me, man. You did, Atlanta, Georgia.
This was followed later in November by another Rich Gang song and music video titled Freestyle, where Nut can even be seen making a cameo greeting Quan with a gang handshake at the beginning of the video before he begins his verse. The following month in December, Nut would make a cryptic post seemingly announcing the start of a new business venture called Big Business Entertainment, which he would accompany with a caption saying how he was done with the small talk, from now on everything was going to be big, together with hashtags repping both the Think It's a Game label and Rich Gang. On a separate note, Lucci's career was also thriving at this time, as he would release his first mixtape under the Think It's a Game label in mid-December titled Wish Me Well, a project which would also include a feature from his label mate Rich Homie Quan on the song Exactly How It Was, which would eventually also get a music video about a year later, but unfortunately within a month of this collaboration they would end up losing the very person who had played a pivotal role in launching both of their careers, as in early January Nut would post another picture of him and Birdman chilling at Birdman's condo, although based on the caption it seemed that this was an old picture taken in the summertime, not January. Interestingly, according to the YSL indictment, the very next day Thug and D would post a photo together with the caption, "We ain't going back and forth," which the prosecution would consider to be an overt act in furtherance of the gang conspiracy when it came to the trial. This seemingly indicated that the authorities thought that this post was addressing Nut in particular, and a few days later, Thug would allegedly rent an Infiniti Q50 sedan from Hertz, handing it over to his YSL goons. And only 3 days after that, on January the 10th, 2015, whatever had been taking place behind the scenes was about to come to a tragic conclusion. It was approximately 8:45 p.m. when Nut was in front of the Hair Unlimited barbershop on McDaniel Street in the Castleberry neighborhood. He was conversing with a group of people when the Infiniti Q50 that Thug had rented would allegedly drive past them, which according to prosecutors had 5 men inside: Javaris Bradford aka Tudor, Justin Cobb aka Doo-Wop, Diamante Kendrick aka Yak Gotti, Demise McMullen aka Nard, and Shannon Stillwell aka SB, with someone inside the car opening fire and hitting 3 people, 1 juvenile and 2 adults, one of these being Big Nut himself, with security cameras even capturing the events from both outside and inside the barbershop, showing adults and kids ducking and running for cover as the chaos unfolded.
That's crazy. Look at that shit. Oh!
Nut would receive several shots to his upper body and would be rushed to the Grady Memorial Hospital, where he would sadly pass away at just 26 years old.
Triple shooting, and one of the victims is a teenager. The shooting happened.
It's getting gritty in this motherfucker. You hit that like button, hit that, hey, look, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit me in the comment box, hit that share button. We in the dungeon with your boy K for the Hex, man. We revealing this thing right here called Young Thug. The trial of Young Thug. Man, look, we taking a walk in the shoes of Young Thug today to see what he been up to. Is you up to it? If not, you will leave right now. But if you is, let's go.
And outside a barber shop, and tonight one victim is clinging to life. Channel 2's Jessica Jaglois is live at the scene where there's still a very heavy police presence. Jessica.
As you can see behind me, there is still quite the active scene here in Southwest Atlanta. McDaniel Street is still closed, and it has been for more than 3 hours. That's because there are shell casings up and down the street. Now, I'm told one of the men who was shot, a man in his mid-20s, is in critical condition, but that his status could change for the worse overnight.
It appears that they were the intended target, but again, we're not sure the reason of the shooting.
Atlanta police are investigating why 2 men in their mid-20s and a 14-year-old boy were shot outside of a barber shop in Southwest Atlanta Saturday night.
Right now, it doesn't appear that they had any connection to the business. They were just kind of hanging out, is what we appear.
Investigators say it appears to have been a drive-by shooting, and according to several witnesses we spoke with, an automatic weapon was used.
The search is on for the person who shot 3 people, including a 14-year-old. 1 man died. Channel 2 Steve Gelbach is live at Grady Memorial Hospital. Stephen.
Chat, whatever they had, boy, it was something mean. I'm trying to tell you like that, because you see all them niggas out there on the corner? How they got the fuck, man.
Investigators say they don't have a motive, but they don't believe the shooting was random.
I did hear back from Atlanta police in the last half hour by email. Said there's really not an update on this case yet, but they do confirm it is a homicide investigation. All 3 victims, including a 14-year-old, were brought here to Grady Memorial Hospital, and 26-year-old Donovan Thomas was in the most serious condition, and the medical examiner's office confirmed he did not survive.
Later during the YSL trial, the prosecutors would show numerous crime scene photos showing the aftermath with Nutt's Chevy Tahoe riddled with bullets and numerous shell casing markers scattered across the crime scene.
Also shows in Admitted Exhibit 12Y.
This shit got the most bullets in it. It was aiming for help.
27Y, 26Y, 218Y, 174Y, 193Y. And 221Y.
Hey, bro.
Following Nutt's death,
is they talking about 221 shots? That's crazy work, bro.
the whole city of Atlanta would seemingly pay tribute to him, with billboards in his memory appearing everywhere, including at Club Crucial, where YSL Woody had apparently gotten into an altercation with Nutt's brother only days before his death. Meanwhile, Nutt's family would take over his Instagram, using it to honor his memory, and artists close to Nutt would also pay their respects, like YFN Lucci, who would post a video to Facebook mourning the loss of his good friend.
Yeah, man, shit working, man. Yeah, bro. Just hot out of this big right here, though. Got my man's working. We working, man. Big Bentley shit. YFNBC, long live Nutt forever.
Lucci would later even memorialize Nutt by naming his 2017 mixtape Long Live Nutt, as well as speaking in interviews about how Nutt had been the one who put him on in the rap game.
Well, yeah, I feel a lot of stuff different from back then because, you know, I lost one of my homies who really got me on.
Hey, chat, this shit's getting real thick. It's getting real deep in here. I'm like, I don't even know what to say no more. I'll fuck. Look, I ain't gonna say I'm stuck or stupid, but it's like suspenseful, so I'm saying like this. Sit up and hit that button right there. That button right there. And we gonna get back into it.
You know, long live Nutt.
Hit that button right there.
Yeah, Nutt got me on, so.
Birdman 2 would pay homage to Nutt after his passing, posting a picture of the two on Instagram with a caption calling Nutt a solid guy who would never be forgotten. According to the DA Fannie Willis, the murder of Nutt would begin a years-long bloody back and forth between YSL and YFN, which may have led to as many as 50 shootings. And, according to the former Fulton County DA Paul Howard, already in 2017 had led to 4 retaliatory murders. But in the immediate aftermath of the murder, it wouldn't ultimately take long for the authorities to get an idea of just who might have been behind the hit, as already the following day, none other than YSL Woody would find himself in police custody, as the police had allegedly been hearing rumors that he was actually behind the murder, so they wanted to interview him straight away, as he would later recall in the YSL trial.
Now, Mr. Copeland, I want to direct your attention Saturday, January 10th, 2015, the night that Donovan Thomas was killed. I want you to go back to that day before Donovan Thomas got killed. And I want you to tell the jury what you remember.
I remember getting a call saying that I killed Nut.
That you killed Nut.
The word was, I got a call and people were saying that, am I okay? They saying I killed Nut. He asked me what I got going on, or if I heard what happened, or I don't know what he said. I just know he said that. You know what I mean? People saying that I killed Nut, and he recalled.
Now let me ask you this: did you kill Nut?
Nope.
Nope. Did you ever see the police about Nut being killed?
Yeah, the police called.
During the interview, Woody discussed an ongoing
Oh. How the fuck? Police telling me they got your personal number, Woody? But like in Woody shit. This is part 2 chat. We hit the dungeon. We done faked it. We done kicked it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Part 3 coming up. Shit getting spicy. This is getting very, very, very fucking spicy. Very saucy. All I'm asking you to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel, get 20 friends over here, and do the same thing. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel. And help your boy get to 50K. As soon as we get to 50K subscribers, we gonna have that 50K party, bro. We gonna rock out. I'm putting everything in the files, everything, man. We gonna share this what I'm talking about. Troll me in the chat if you want. See where that gets you. You in the dungeon with your boy KIX. Let's go.